welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be sharing my favorite iPad mini accessories with you guys. A couple months ago I started a series on my tech channel, Tech with Holly, called In My iPad Mini Era. Since that series I have gathered all my favorite iPad mini accessories and today I'll be sharing with you guys. And if you haven't been to my channel yet, welcome. My name is Holly from Life with Holly Lifestyles. I'm so excited to share my life as a content creator. And if you like anything desk, tech, productivity, and lifestyle videos, any of that or all of that, make sure you subscribe. Without further ado, let's get in. So a little backstory of why I have the iPad mini. I purchased the iPad mini around 2022, I believe, for my business Point Hun. In the beginning, I wanted to use it to film and stuff like that. The camera quality wasn't the best, so I decided to switch into a phone, and this was just sitting around, so I decided to bring it home to use it myself. But since I have the iPad Pro, I haven't been reaching out for this one, so that's why I decided to do a series on using this as an everyday tool. The iPad mini is small but mighty, so I knew it had a lot of potential, and you guys have been loving the series and I can't wait to keep sharing more stuff. So make sure to follow me at Tech with Holly if you're interested in seeing more of that. But that's the backstory of why I have the iPad mini. So let's get in and share my favorite accessories. I will also make sure to link everything that I mentioned down below for you to check out, and let's get in. So first off, I'm going to talk about cases. So the one I have here is the Pataka iPad mini case. I also have this for my iPad Pro. This one is on the pricier side, but the quality really reflects to the pricing. It is a lot more sturdier than the other ones that I have and the other ones that I will mention. What I love about this one is that it has that little origami style thing. So it's not just using it as a regular stand, which is usually like this. You can also prop it up vertically if you want, or you can flatten on your desk and use it to draw, write, whatever you want to do if you're doing digital planning or drawing. So I love how you can do multiple things in that. Everything clicks in really nicely. You also have this flap where you can secure your Apple Pencil, or you can put it to the back and it will secure and not be in your way. I've had cases where it just flops around, so there's that. Definitely the price is a little bit more than I would pay for, but this one's definitely my favorite case out of all of them. If you're looking for more of an affordable case and in a nice beige color, I have this one here. This one is from Amazon. It is a very nice kind of sandy beige color. It has the same kind of secure flap for your Apple Pencil. It's a lot bigger too, so that's really nice. But this one seems pretty good quality. I have no complaints about it. It only does obviously the typical like this, or you can use it like that. This kind of flaps down a little bit if you find the right angle. But yeah, there is that one. This one is my second favorite because of the color. I've also tested some other ones, and this one's actually pretty good for its price. I believe it's under $15, but there is that one. Last but not least, I have this gray one here. This is going to be connected to the next product I want to share with you. This is from Alago. They have really cool cases that you can use, or you can use it with their system, which is their iPad stand, which I'll talk to you in a bit. They used to have one that has a flap, but I believe those are sold out, so I'm not sure if they're planning to restock those. They have it in this gray, they have a pink and a blue, so they have some really nice colors also. And the reason is that this one has a flap, but it's in the back, is because you can actually take it off and just use it as a back kind of cover, and you can just use it like this, which is nice sometimes if you just want to look at your screen. This is nice to have, and you don't have the other piece kind of like flapping around. But another reason why you can do this is because now I'm going to talk about the second product that I've loved, is their iPad case. It is very, very nice and sturdy. It looks really similar to an iMac or Apple related things. It's super pretty. I use this to have as a second monitor if I want. I can use it to watch things if I want. So all you have to do is just attach the back to it, and you can also move it vertically, horizontally. This is definitely one of the most used products that I have. You can also get different cases and use it on your other iPads if you have any. So if I want, I can use my iPad Pro on this too, so I really love it. This magnet is super strong, so I love that. When you purchase this, it also comes with a ring that you can actually attach it to other tablets if you want to, if you don't have an iPad, so that's really nice to see. It's really beautiful and super nice and sturdy. It's also available in a pink and a blue, so there's a lot of color options. I chose the silver because my desk setup changes all the time, and having the silver just matches with my monitor. But this is definitely a top product that I use other than iPad cases, obviously. So there is that. My next favorite accessory is if you want to use this as a mini laptop. That's basically the one thing I wish Apple had, was a keyboard for the iPad mini. Then I could totally ditch the iPad Pro. So here are some alternative ways you can use your iPad mini as a mini laptop. First off, you can find a small compact keyboard and just have this propped up like this, and then you have your mini keyboard. The one I've been loving is this Logitech one that I got. This one is actually with the Casa pop-up desk, but Logitech also has pop keys that you can pick up that are also pretty compact. Another option is if you have the new Folio, you can also use this as your iPad mini keyboard. Basically, you just need a small compact keyboard that you can bring around if you want, or you can just have it on your desk. This would be the easiest way to basically use your iPad mini as a laptop, and I used it a couple times and I absolutely love it. It's not that bad. Obviously, when you're going out to cafes and stuff, this might be a little harder to bring out, but other than that, I think having a nice compact keyboard and using it with your iPad mini is a really nice duo. It's actually not too bad. This is how it would look if I put it in my bag, and it's not too heavy, so yeah. But if you are looking for a keyboard and you want to bring it out and make it actually look like a mini laptop, I have this one right here. This is the Typecase keyboard. It is really cool, actually. I have it in this really pretty purple color to match my iPad mini. So this is how it looks when you open it up. You have the full keyboard here. It also twists 360 degrees, which is super cool. And it's really pretty, actually. It also has some backlight, so it has lighting. It's almost basically a full-on keyboard, which I love, and it just looks really nice too. To me, it's a little bit heavy, but if you bring any keyboard with any iPad, it just gets heavier for sure. The only downside about these types of keyboard is that since your iPad mini is super small, typing on this is really weird. It's actually not like typing on a regular keyboard, because if you look at this difference between a regular keyboard, and the iPad mini keyboard, it is a lot smaller, so it definitely takes some time to get used to, and typing on this feels really weird in the beginning. I haven't typed enough to get used to it yet, but I am a little bit better than the first time using it. I keep pressing the wrong keys and stuff, but I definitely am improving since then. This just connects with Bluetooth, so it's easy to use. You just turn it on and pretty much like that, and then you have USB-C to charge it, and it basically is like a mini laptop, and I absolutely love it. I do use this once in a while if I'm going out to a cafe and I think I want to do a little bit of work, but I don't think I'm gonna do lots of work, and I just want something super quick if I need to do something. So I would bring this, and yeah, this is super cute. They have a lot of colors you can choose from, but I love the purple because it matches with my iPad mini. Last but not least, we're gonna chat about my favorite ways to use your iPad mini almost like a planner. If you know me, you know I love paper and planning, so sometimes I do a little bit of digital planning, and I just want it to feel like almost like a planner. So I have two different ways you can use it. First is this one here. This is actually a case that is for the iPad mini. This is from a company called Story Leather. They are pretty pricey, but the quality and everything is good, and I love how compact this looks. So I slipped in the iPad mini already. You have your little clasp here, so it secures your stuff, and then you have a flap that you can add sticky notes and stuff like that. I always love a case that I can still use it as a planner. I can still write if I need to. If I decide not to bring a planner or a notebook, I can have this ready to go for me. There's so many colors you can choose from. You can customize it the way you like, but this one is a little bit pricey in my opinion, but that's the first way you can do it. The second way you can do it is using a mini happy planner cover. This one is obviously from my shop, Point Huns. If you're interested, we do have a couple colors you can choose from in this nice pretty croc material, but any mini happy planner cover should work. Basically, you need is a clear case that has a kickstand. I couldn't find it, so I can't show you, but I'll show you a video right here for you to check out. Basically, you just have a kickstand that you just slip right in here, and it should fit pretty snug depending on what kind of mini happy planner cover you have. You just stick it in and you basically have your own little planner, and I love using that also when I'm just at home and I just want something super simple, and then at the same time I can also slip other things in all the slots and just have a whole kind of like digital planner running with me. But those are my last favorite accessories, and it's definitely one of my favorites also when I just want to plan and just use my iPad mini at the same time. I just love how compact it is. You can fit in most of your bags for sure. It's not too heavy, and the screen is good enough to use. You also have options to actually use as a mini laptop. You can use it to watch things. It's really good for traveling, and I absolutely love using my iPad mini. If you want a more in-depth video of iPad mini, like how I use it daily or how I kind of incorporate it in my life, let me know in the comments down below. Definitely do a video on that. But that's it for today's video. If you're interested in any of these items, make sure to check it out in the links down below. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have any other video questions you want to see, whether it's about iPads, desk setups, anything that I do in my channel, let me know. And don't forget to follow me at Life with Holly Lifestyles on Instagram and TikTok, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!